Did you know sinosilicophobia is the fear of an empty beer glass? Yes, this and that. You've got a sinosilicophobia. I don't know that, but now I do. In which way, welcome to the weekly quiz. And as usual, I've got two contestants. I've got contestant number 1 and contestant number 2. The rules are as follows. We've got 3 rounds. The first round being the multiple choice round, the second round being the true or false round, and the final round being the off the top of the mind type of round. Right, contestant number 1, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Refilo Mabengan.
Right, what's up,
Madinar.
Madinair.
Yes.
Contestant number 2, please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Homisito Yakali. I'm from Soroe.
Nice one, so what's Jabi? In which way, contestant number 1, here is your question. Young Kaya round number 1. And the question is, what is the third consumed drink? What is the third consumed drink? Is it A, tea? Is it B, water? Is it C, beer?
Water. C.
Final answer?
Water.
Has she said tea? She would have been incorrect because it's likely to be no, but it can't be the second most consumed drink. She said water. Water is actually the most consumed drink. Beer is the third most consumed drink. So that's unfortunately incorrect. Contestant number 2, here is your first question of the first round. What is the commonly used letter in the alphabet? Is it A? Is it B, E? Is it C, O?
I'll go for A.
A.
Yes.
Is it because it's the first letter of the alphabet? Can it just came to your mind? Can you know it for a fact?
No, I know for a fact that is the most used.
Ow.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Facts, you've got your facts mixed up. It's actually E being the most used alphabet, surpassing A. A doesn't do as much as E does. Question number 1, here is your second question. Which finger grows the fastest? Which finger grows the fastest? Is it A, the middle finger, B, the index finger, or C, the thumb? Okay, if you know your fingers.
The middle.
Why?
Because it's the longest.
Well, is that a guess or
It's a guess. It's a guess.
Because it's the longest. It's actually a very correct answer. It is the middle finger. It will grow faster than all other fingers. Contest number 2, here's yours. Most lipsticks contain A, fish scales, B, mud, C, hyena teeth. Most lipsticks contain A, fish scales, B, mud, or C, hyena teeth.
I would say mud.
Most lipsticks contain mud.
Yes.
Final answer, why?
I don't know why final lens, but I think it's mud. Yes.
But anyway, it's fine. That's incorrect, unfortunately. It's fish scales. A lot of fish scales. I think the lady actually even knew. Question number 1 here is your final question. Yeah, the multiple choice, the first round. Which is the fastest healing part of the body? Which is the fastest healing part of the body? Is it A, eyes, mahlo, B, the tongue, eleme, or C, ears, ditsebe?
Ears.
Here, how do you like a speed compared to your eyes, your tongue, etc.?
Wait. I'd go with the tongue. Because no. Yeah. When you've pierced your ears, it heals faster than when you've pierced your tongue. So I think it's coming from that. So my answer is coming from that.
So what would be your answer? Is it A, eyes, B, tongue, or C, ears?
Tongue.
The answer is correct, but the way you explained it is actually incorrect. Because you're saying when you pierce your ears and when you pierce your tongue, your ears, you hold up the tongue, but it's actually the other way around. But it's still correct nonetheless. Question number 1 here is your last question. What is the number 1 thing couples argue about? What is the number 1 thing that couples argue about? Is it A, cheating? Is it B, intercourse? Is it C, money?
Money cheating. I would go for money.
What relationship?
No cheating, I would go for cheating.
What relationship?
Yes, I'm in a relationship. No, we agree for money.
Anyway, what's going to be your answer?
I would go for between cheating, money. I would go for cheating.
Right. Had he said intercourse, you would have been incorrect. Had he stuck with money, he would have been correct, because most couples actually argue about money, including himself. Come to the end of round number 1. We're going to move on to round number 2, which is the true or false type of round. Currently, contestant number 1 is leading contestant number 2, having answered most, if not all, her questions correctly. I think it's most. And unfortunately, contestant number 1, he is trailing. After this, let's find out if things will change in round number 2.
All my enemies will suffer my wrath, but those of my household will enjoy my embrace. I refuse to let my weakness get the best of me. Be more hard and less attack.
Right, this is round number 2. Contestant number 1 is leading contestant number 2. And now this is the true or false type of round. Right, contestant number 1, here's your question. Ice cream is Chinese food. True or false?
False.
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 Or false? Well, that is incorrect. It's actually true. Ice cream is Chinese, predominantly Chinese. That's where it originated or something of that nature. Question number 2, here's your question. 15 minutes of exercise can add 3 years to your life. 15 minutes of exercise can add 3 years to your life. Is that true or is it false?
Obvious, it's true. Yes, I know for that fact that even 5 minutes can do it, a change.
That is actually correct. In actual fact, it is true. 15 minutes in Yanahela, 3 years while getting a move to the car. Question number 1, here's yours. The brain is more active during the day. True or false? During the day, the brain is more active. True or false?
True.
Ma?
True.
Why would you?
We think, we talk, we observe a whole lot of things.
Okay. Well, that is incorrect. Actually, the brain is more active at night compared to during the day. Let's move on. Contestant number 2. Here is yours. Rubber bands last longer when you've kept them in the refrigerator. Rubber bands last longer when you put them in the refrigerator. Is this true or is it false?
Rubber bands. I'm not sure, but I'll go for true.
Well, that is actually correct. Rubber bands last longer when actually refrigerated. There's elasticity and the like.
Yes.
Yeah. That's actually scientifically proven. And that is how we come to the end of round number 2. Contestant number 2 has caught up with contestant number 1. Let us find out on round 3 who will actually walk out victorious after this. Right, and we're back. This is round number 3. Round number 3 is at the top, off the top of your dome type of round. That is, I'm not going to give them any options. They should actually know this and they should be able to answer. Now, question number 1, here is your question. Botswana contains one of the largest salt pans. What is it called? Come on. Do the thing.
Town.
The
Swat, I don't know. But it's somewhere in Swat Town. Makadi something.
Botswana contains one of the largest salt pans. What is it called?
Makadi pans.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Question number 2. Here is your final question. One of the 7 natural wonders of Africa is located in Botswana. What is it called?
Come again.
One of the 7 natural wonders of Africa is located here in Botswana. What is it called?
Is it not Okavango Delta?
I'm the one to ask questions.
Okay, let me say Okavango Delta.
That's what you're going to say?
Yes.
Right. We'll find out after the break who actually walks out victorious as we play the weekly quiz right after that. And we are back. It's been a very interesting episode that we're having so far. And it seems they've since caught up. They're both neck and neck. And we're to determine now the question posed to contestant number 1 was to do with salt pans located in Botswana, the largest located found here in Botswana. And her answer, because I asked what is it called, her answer was Makadi pans, and that actually is correct. Makadi pans in Botswana is the largest. And one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa is located here in Botswana. This was for contestant number 2, and he said it is the Okavango Delta. And he actually is correct. Now, we've actually reached this sort of situation now when we have to decide through a tiebreaker. The way the tiebreaker works is that I'm going to ask both of you the same question. And I want either the correct answer or closest to the correct answer. That person will be able to walk out of here victorious. Right after this, we'll find out what question it is yielding the tiebreaker. Right, and we're back. We have to do the tiebreaker because they've come a long way. They've been doing quite well. At one point, I thought contestant number 1 was going to take it, and then round number 2 and 1 had us. Round number 3, I've got a tiebreaker question for them, and it is like this. Now, I said it's either you answered correctly or whoever's closest to the answer will walk out victorious. And here is the question. Botswana is the largest diamond miner in the country. And at one point, it actually produced 40 million carats of diamonds. What year was that? Question number 1, I'm starting with you. When Botswana created, or rather sold 40 million carats, or mined 40 million carats of diamonds. Give me a number.
1990.
1990?
Yeah.
Question number 2, here is the same question to you. What year was that when Botswana mined 40 million carats?
Is it not 2018?
2018. I'm the one who asked the questions.
Okay, let me say 2018.
You're going to say 2018.
Yes.
Right. It was in the year 2016 when Botswana actually mined 40 million carats. It was not in 1990. It was not in 2018, but like I had said, I had mentioned, I explained how it works. Question number 2 today walks out the winner, having answered closest to the actual answer. Walks away with $100, and if you want to be part of the weekly quiz, simply communicate to the number on the screen, and you could be on the hot seat and walk yourself out with $100. Other than that, remoho till next time.